Hello, everyone, and welcome to the second part of the Be a Friend Friday that we had go live a few weeks ago with our friends Rhodes and Alana Ritenour. We are doing this week a story time with the ADA for International Read to Me Day. So, as we discussed last week, they wrote a book about a type 1 diabetic, a young kid who entrusts his friend with this diagnosis. And so they're going to be able to read to us a little bit today, and I would first love for them to introduce themselves a little more and tell us a little bit about the journey that brought them to us right now.
Yeah, thanks, Marley, and thank you so much for having us back. It's great to be with the American Diabetes Association and be able to profile our book and read it today on such an important day internationally. My name is Rhodes Ritenour. I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes at age 5 on October the 10th, 1983. And have been living with the disease ever since and trying to manage it on a day-to-day basis. It's been amazing to see how the technology and the availability of different types of therapeutics and drugs has changed over the last 39 years, thanks in no small part to the work of organizations like the American Diabetes Association, and thanks to the generosity of so many people who support it. I met Alana in 2005. And we got married in 2008. We live in Richmond, Virginia with our two spirited children. I work for a large healthcare system in Richmond, Virginia. And also we are very involved with the American Diabetes Association. I started out as a newly diagnosed kid stuffing envelopes for a fundraising campaign. And I've also volunteered for the advocacy committee and for the Lawyers Network, and a lot of other ways we've been involved in walks and galas. And so it's always great to be with the ADA.
And my name is Alana Ritenour. I'm Rhodes' wife and co-author of our children's book, The Adventures of Rhodes and Alana School Bus Secret. And I, too, have been volunteering with the American Diabetes Association 15 years. Hard to believe it now. And, one of our early first dates was doing a walk to stop diabetes here in Richmond, Virginia together. And Rhodes is like, come along, do this with me. And so I very quickly realized how important the organization is and wanted to get involved.
Awesome. Well, I am so excited for this book. I was diagnosed at 7 with type 1 diabetes. And so these characters and this time frame of life is very important to me personally, and I'm sure to a lot of others out there. So I'm very excited to hear a little bit more about this book and for you guys to read it. So I will turn it over to you, and I'm excited to hear the adventures of Rhodes and Alana School Bus Secret.
Thank you so much. We wrote this book for an elementary age audience, and it tells the story of two 8-year-olds who become fast friends on an adventure after they miss the school bus. And an important part of this story for us, yes, it's fun and they share some great adventures during this journey, but it also gives Rhodes an opportunity to share his type 1 with this new classmate. And he bravely shares the disease, and Alana embraces learning more about it and shows a lot of compassion in her willingness to help him. So that is an underlying theme and message that we hope our audience will enjoy.
Absolutely. And we're going to be reading the first chapter for you today. So thanks for being here.
All right. This is The Adventures of Rhodes and Alana School Bus Secret. It is written by Rhodes and Alana Ritenour and illustrated by Crystal Craig. And again, this is the first chapter called Stop Bus.
My name is Rhodes. I'm 8 years old and I live in Virginia. I love to go on adventures with my best friend, Alana. You may wonder how two second graders can go on adventures without an adult. You may also wonder...
Let's show Rhodes.
You may also wonder why I am best friends with a girl. It all started at the beginning of second grade. I have lived in Richmond my whole life. I've had a dog named Boss my whole life. There's Boss. See Boss there? There he is. Big St. Bernard. I've had a dog named Boss my whole life. I have loved adventure movies and mystery books my whole life. I have also wanted to go on adventures my whole life. But I've never had a real life, hold onto your hat, knock your socks off adventure.
Then Alana moved to Richmond this summer. She is the new girl in my class. At first, I thought she was quiet and shy. Now I know better. Alana loves adventures too, and she always has snacks. We both really like snacks. You have to have snacks for an adventure.
I especially have to have snacks when my blood sugar is low. I have type 1 diabetes, or T1D. I have had diabetes for 3 years, since I was 5 years old. Our very first adventure happened by accident. It was the first week of second grade. I was waiting for the bus at the bus stop when I saw Alana running up the street. I was still watching her when the bus pulled up and everyone got on, except me. I guess the bus driver didn't see me because he closed the door and started to drive away. I should have yelled and stopped him, but my eyes were glued on Alana.
I wonder why they were glued. There she is. She had pigtails, and they were flying around in the air like 2 helicopters. Her face was red, and she looked like she was running hard, but she was not moving very fast. It was like she was running in slow motion. And before I knew it, the bus was rolling away down the street. By the time she got to me, she looked like she might cry. I missed the bus, she said softly, still breathing hard and fast. My mom's going to be so mad.
Here you go. I didn't know what to say. After all, now I had missed the bus too. My mom was also going to be mad. How would I explain that the bus had just left me? Then I had an idea. Hey, why don't we walk to school? I said. My mom always says it's only half a mile to school. I don't exactly know how far a mile is, but half a mile couldn't be too far, right?
And that's the end of chapter 1. So to find out more and what happens and how they make it to school and how Rhodes decides to share his type 1 diabetes with Alana, you can visit rhodesandalana.com.
Awesome. Wow. Thank you guys so much. I want to know what happens and how they make it to school. So I'm excited for others out there to find out as well.
Spoiler alert, they make it to school.
Yeah, at least they know now they made it to school.
It's quite an adventure, but they make it to school without the involvement of the police.
Yep. It's how they got there that we all want to know. Well, I thank you so much for spending the time with us. Is there anything else you want to say about your book before, we close this round of story time?
There's a special little secret we want to share with our readers, is that we've hidden a cardinal on every spread of the book. The cardinal is part of our logo, The Adventures of Rhodes and Alana. It happens to be the state bird of Virginia where we're located. And so we want our readers to keep an eye out for the hidden cardinals throughout the book. You'll find one on every spread.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I also will say that a portion of the proceeds from the sale of the book will go to the American Diabetes Association. I think that's important. It's an organization that we obviously are very involved with and care about quite a bit, and is doing fantastic work. So please know that some proceeds will be going to that organization. And I guess the other thing I would say, Marley, is, when I was diagnosed at 5 years old, I really wish there had been a resource like this one, where there was a character who was a vibrant young boy who was living life to the fullest while managing his disease, while getting a lot of support from somebody who was really compassionate. We wrote the book about 10 years ago and put it on the shelf, and we finally, now as our children are 8 and 6 at our target audience, we finally gotten the book out, and we do hope it will become a series. But it's a tool that we hope will not only be for those that have been diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, but also for those that are impacted by diabetes, because there is something to learn about not only disease and disease management, but also support. So we'll look forward to continuing to be in conversation with the ADA and other people and get your feedback about the book.
Awesome. Well, thank you both for everything you're doing and for being such a great, advocate for those living with diabetes and a volunteer for us here at the ADA. We really appreciate everything you've all done, and we appreciate you taking the time to share the adventures of Rhodes and Alana School Bus Secrets with us. And if anyone out there missed our Be a Friend Friday from a few weeks ago, be sure to check that out on our YouTube page or on our social medias, because they'll still be up on there. But I just want to say thank you again, and I hope everyone has a great rest of your International Read to Me Day.
Thank you, Marley.
Thanks, Marley. Hope everybody has a great day.